Last type of irregular plural in variable. Regular, which is foreign plural. Foreign plural often occur along with regular plurals. Okay, they are commoner in technical usage. So using the foreign plural, it is specified or limited to technical usage, but actually in frequent or common case or common conditions, they are used with regular plural. Whereas the S plural is more natural in everyday languages. Say formulas, هذا بالجنرال. Say formula, say what? Formulas. Same. لكن say what? Formulae. Formulae. هذا when in mathematics صيغة. Antenna. Antenna, هذه the singular form. I say what? Antennas, the regular plural, with general case in electronics. لكن بالbiology, say what's antennae, just adding E. Our aim here will be to survey systematically the main types of foreign plurals that are used. طبعا راح at the bottom of each section we are going to see certain nouns and the origin of these nouns. So, nouns in US. Nouns in US. These nouns are borrowed from Latin. If the noun Latin, according to the Latin pluralization system, if the noun ends with US, this US becomes I. According to this rule. Let us see. Only regular plural. Though we have this rule of Latin pluralization concerning the nouns ending with US, but still we have certain nouns that though they are Latin, though they end with US, but actually they pluralize by adding ES. Only regular. Bonus, bonuses, adding ES. Campus, campuses, adding ES. Chorus, choruses, adding ES. Circus, virus, viruses, adding ES. Both the plurals هنا either adding ES or changing the US to I. Can say what? Cactus. Either cactuses or يعني هذا regular or cacti. هذا US becomes I. Focus. Either focuses or foci. Fungus. Either funguses or fungi. Neculus. Either neculuses or neculi. وهكذا the same with radius, terminus, syllables. Here only foreign. يعني there is يعني only foreign. Just changing the US to I. Say what? Illuminous, illumini. Bacillus, bacilli. Locus, lucky. Stimulus, stimuli. هذا the final US becomes I. Again the same Latin words. If the noun ends in the A in the singular form, in order to make it plural, I add E to the end of the noun. هذا irregular form. Say what? Only regular. يعني adding S to the nouns ending with A. Area, areas, arena, arenas, dilemma, dilemmas, diploma, diplomas, drama, dramas. Just adding S. But both the plurals, يعني adding S or adding E. And say what? Antenna, antennas or antennae. Formula, formulas or formulae. Nebula, nebulas or nebulae. Vertebra, vertebras or vertebrae. يعني بالregular form just adding S will foreign form add E. Only foreign, alga, algae adding E. Alumina, alumini adding E. Larva, larvae adding E. Nouns end in UM. Again, they are borrowed from Latin. If the noun ends with UM, this UM becomes A. يعني change or remove UM and putting A. Only regular plural. يعني album, albums. Museum, museums. See, adding S. Usually regular, يعني it is highly preferred to be regular. Forum, forums. Stadium, stadiums. Ultimatum, ultimatums. Both are plural. Aquarium, either aquaria or aquariums. يعني either adding a to the end يعني هذا UM becomes a so aquaria to have the foreign plural, or adding s to be regular. Medium, either mediums or medium. Memorandum, either memoranda or memorandums. Symposium, either symposiums or symposia. Usually foreign, curriculum, say what? Curricula. Only foreign, addendum, bacterium, so addendum is what? Addenda. Changing or moving, un becomes a addendum. Bacterium, bacteria. See? Eratom, eratom, errata. Avam, ava. Stratum, stratum. Again, I have the nouns ending in ex or ix. Again, they are Latin words. If the noun ends with ex, this or ix, this ex or ix will becomes ices. Both regular and foreign, so abex, either abexes adding es or abysses هذا ex حتصير ices. Index, either indexes or indices. Appendix, either appendixes or appendices. Only foreign, codex هذه codices هذا حتصير this ex will be ices. Move to the nouns ending in is. These nouns from Greek language. If the noun, according to Greek, if the noun ending in is, this is becomes what? Es. Regular plural, metropolis, adding metropolis, هذه regular. Foreign plural, analysis, هذا is will be es. Axis, es. Bases, crisis, وهكذا. Thesis, هذه I حتصير e. Parenthesis, this I حتصير e. Nouns in on, again they are Greek nouns. If the noun ends with a, like a criterion, so criterion, this on becomes a. Criterion, criteria. Only regular, demand, though they end with on, but I will add s when pluralized. Demands, electrons, neutrons, protons. Chiefly regular, يعني ganglions, just adding s. But the plurals, automaton, هنا either say automata, هذا نحذف ال and adding a, automata, or automatons adding s. Only foreign, criterion becomes criteria. Phenomena. This the last on becomes a. French nouns. هنا طبعا a few nouns in e, a, u. Return the French x as the spelling of the plural beside the cameler s, but the plural are must always pronounced as regular z, irrespective of spelling, as Edgy, Bergy, Tabuli. I say what? They are French nouns. And don't pay more attention concerning the French nouns here. Some French nouns in s or x are pronounced with the final vowel in singular word and with a regular z in the plural, with no spelling change. Cameos, chases, corpse, fox, pass, patios. Nouns in O, Italian. The foreign plural is I. In tempo, had a singular form. When I want to pluralize, so tempi. Regular, soprano. هذه when I want to pluralize, say what? Sopranos, adding s. Usually regular, virtuoso, virtuosi. Say هذا O becomes I. Liberto, liberty, solo, soli, tempo, tempi. Hebrew الاسماء من الفارسية أو أعتقد العبرية العفو. I am if they are, and adding I am to the end of the word, of the noun. كبتز كبتز كبتزم. say adding I am. شلون الإنجليزي إذا نضيف لها s to the end of the singular noun I add I am to the end of the Hebrew nouns. Usually regular chirap chiraps, siraf siraps, adding s. Only foreign kiptaz kiptazm. This is the end, or what is concerned the foreign plural and all the forms concerning the regular and irregular plurals. Move to something يعني up to this point we have finished dealing with number of nouns concerning or classifying the number to what? To singular and plural. Let us see what does it mean gender, the gender of noun. Simple speaking, gender of noun, the differentiation between male and female, between he or she, between feminine or masculine, between animate or inanimate. Let us see. By the way, this kind of differentiation is somehow not great, not many, means because English makes very few gender distinction. Where they are made, the connection between the biological category sex and the grammatical category gender is very close. So insofar as natural sex distinction determine English gender distinction. بعدنا هذا diagram. It is very important and at the same time it is very practical. It is further typical of English that special suffixes are not generally used to make gender distinction. What does this mean? يعني احنا بالانجليزي بالعربي بنستخدم نقول ابن ابنة مو ابن single it is what male. اضيف لهذا تاء التأنيث هذه السفكس يسموها اضيف تاء التأنيث حتصير what حتصير feminine. This is the idea. Nor are gender distinction made in the article. Some pronouns are gender sensitive يعني he she it. He for male, she for female, it for inanimal. Again I have the relative pronoun who and which, who for animate, which for inanimate. But others are not, like they تستخدم ويا مجموعة الميلز مجموعة الفيميلز مجموعة الميلز والفيميلز together مجموعة الانيمate والinanimate together. The same thing with some of these. The patterns of a pronoun substitution for singular nouns give us a set of 10 gender classes. Look at these gender classes. They are very practical and useful. Generally speaking, gender can be animate and inanimate. عاقل وغير عاقل. أو نقول حي أو غير حي. Animate can be personal, referring to persons, and non-personal, referring to non-person, to non-human. Again, generally gender of nouns are the animate or inanimate. Inanimate غير عاقل جماد يعني. The animate can be personal and non-personal. The personal are sub-classified into masculine مذكر, feminine مؤنث, dual يعني مثنى جمع, common عام, collective, and they have the non-personal. The non-personal again, common, collective, masculine higher animal, feminine higher animal, higher organism, lower animal, inanimate. هذا the general case. Because and I do not explain or present the diagram deeply because each item or each class of the gender classes will be classified what's in more detail in these sections. The first one اللي هي personal masculine feminine concerning المذكر والمؤنث للإنسان. These nouns are of two types. What are they? Types 1 has no overt marking that suggests morphological correspondence between masculine and feminine. هذه called what? Morphologically unmarked for gender. Morphologically unmarked for gender. ناخذ أبسطكم ناخذ مثال باللغة العربية نسوي أب وأب. Is there any connection between the morphology of and the morphology of أب? Is there any similarity between the inner structure of and the inner structure of أب؟ ماكو أي ترابط بيناتهم. It is what each one has its own letters, I say, morphological structure. Like that, bachelor, spinster, brother, sister, father, mother, gentleman, lady, king, queen, man, woman, Mike, none, and polite. هذه called and morphologically unmarked for gender. Why morphologically unmarked? Because there is no connection between the masculine and the feminine form of nouns. In contrast to this one, in which morphologically marked for gender. إذا نقول معلم هذه مسكن form. أضيف لها تاء التانية صارت معلمة. معلم هذه صارت morphologically marked for gender. هذه تاء التأنيث اللي خلت a differentiation between معلم as masculine, معلمة as feminine. Let us see. Bridegroom, bride. You see هذا الستام. Okay, now هذا الستام وعندي ضفت لها groom. Duck, duchess. Emperor ضفت لها ES حولتها from masculine to feminine. God, goddess. Hero, heroine. See هذا كلهم masculine يعني مذكر وهذا المؤنث تبعهم. Pride, host, hottest, steward, stewards, waiter, waitress, widow, usher, usherette. هذا تشوفون أنا عندي فت host عندي stem قاعدة. Then I add something to the system to have the different form of gender. Some masculine and feminine pairs denoting kinship like common, dual, generic terms, for example, parent. هذا الparent refer to father and mother. Child for son, daughter. بنقول she is my child, he is my child. هذه child it is for son اللي هو المسكن and daughter is feminine, as well as the boyfriend for girl, boy, girl. Some optional feminine forms: poetess, شاعرة, authoress, مؤلفة, are now rarely replaced by the dual gender اللي هو using what she poet or she author. يعني أكو for something referring to سموها gender classes.